So is it too late to get into Bitcoin? It ran up 12, 13% over the weekend. A lot of the rumors are flying around as to why. We saw, it's funny because we were in the middle of Stock Watch Sunday and it was still hanging around 33,000, 32,000. I get home and then it is just gone crazy all the way up to 39,000 and almost and just a few $100s away from 40 grand. And there's been some speculation as to why. And so there's four reasons why this could potentially be a move. There's an article that came out by Marketplace that ended up just kind of like digesting it all down. So one of the first things that we thought of, and what I thought of initially was the only reason was this Amazon rumor, Fat Man Zoom. So there was a theme that was reinforced by City AM, which is a London-based media company. They said that they identified a potential opening by Amazon, saying that the company is considering doing citing that they were looking for somebody that had crypto expertise and basically looking for an employee that had anything to do with crypto. Now, Amazon came out and said that they were looking to create their own cryptocurrency, but for some reason, I guess that got people who were invested in Bitcoin excited, and so we started to see some buying go up on that. There's a couple other things, though. There's a potential squeeze play here taking place. According to data from Fundstrat, which you guys know that I'm a huge fan of, and Tom Lee, nearly 800 million in Bitcoin short positions were liquidated on Sunday evening. So that's a pretty big deal. Analysts said that more than 771 million in Bitcoin positions have been liquidated in the past 12 hours, ending in 12 a.m. Eastern on Monday, with nearly 721 million coming from a short covering. That's a huge number, so that's a potential reason why we saw that move there. The other one is the technical breakout, and I actually wanted to bring this up. So Bitcoin, and I actually had been mentioning this for a couple of weeks now. Bitcoin's been kind of retesting this bottom, and I think the bottom was officially in here on Bitcoin around 29,000, and you can see that. Let me go ahead and share this on Webull here. I mentioned that right here around 29,200, we saw a brief move down to 28.8, and then again it retested down here around 29,100. So that low 29, high $28,000 area seemed to have been the bottom, and that's why one reason why we could be seeing a bounce here as well. Here's the last thing I'll say about what's speculating around a potential move on Bitcoin, and that, Fat Man Zoom, is Tesla, the Tesla earnings. Mm-hmm. That could be speculating around people maybe thinking that Tesla's going to come out and say, hey, we bought more Bitcoin, or hey, we're going to actually go back and accept payment in cryptocurrency for Teslas. That could also be playing in the factor here. There's a lot to speculate. But that so far it seems that's just it. It's just speculation as to why it's moving. No official word on why. It could be a combination of everything. So is it too late to get into it? I think upon doing all the research that I've done on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin up to this point, and I've done months of this, I think especially when it comes to Bitcoin, you just have to buy it. You just have to own it, and then you buy onto weekdays. So today, the last couple of days have been super strong. I think that, in my opinion, it probably wouldn't be wise to just start buying it on today to chase something. But I think that if you look, and the next time it has a weekday, that would be a day to buy into it. I wouldn't be chasing it at this point, but at the end of the day, you still just want to own Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and that sort of stuff.
So the four were Amazon News.
Yes.
The short position liquidation.
Yeah.
Tesla, and then was it just the technical?
The technical bottom, yeah.
Bottom? So those are all interesting. The one that stands out to me that maybe isn't legitimate, 770 million is a lot of money.
Yes.
But what if I told you that was not 1%. What was it if I told you that was 0.035% of its market cap?
That's not a lot. I would be curious to see what the volume was on that, though, on yesterday. Like, what was the actual volume traded yesterday?
Yeah. I mean, that's a decent position, but it's just funny because I'm guilty of this as well, where it's like you look at a number large as 770 million and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
It's like when these billionaires donate money and you're like, all right, yeah, there's a huge amount, but to them,
it's
like us $1.
Yeah, right.
I think that technically, I would agree on all three. I think short term, maybe like that could get people excitable, but I would say in order of importance, I think least important would be what you had mentioned as far as the liquidation of the short position. Then would probably be the technical, because it's all volatile anyway.
Yeah.
Then Tesla, but Amazon I think would be the most important.
Yeah, so I actually think that the short covering is potentially in conjunction with, if you're a short seller and you're expecting that Tesla comes out and shakes things up in the crypto space, then maybe I don't want to be in during Tesla earnings and consider getting back in afterwards.
Well, because like, what's the expectation for Tesla? And I know we're going to talk a little bit about this, but you know, it's almost like they're transparent. I would wonder if they're like getting out of short position and could potentially get back into the short position.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Tesla's really going to say too much, and we'll get into that from a Bitcoin perspective. That there's more opportunity for Bitcoin to go down than up, only because people are expecting them to reinstate.
Yeah.
If they don't reinstate the Bitcoin for purchases on the call, I feel like that's already kind of built in. So we'll see. But Amazon, I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I think definitely there should be a little bit more concern about them creating cryptocurrency, but I'm sure an altcoin that's going to be far away.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine they're going to accept multiple digital currencies. Bitcoin, they would have to, I would imagine. So all great stuff, exciting. Guys, give Brad the thumbs up. Give him a thumbs up. Some people got in the house.